Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hello,
to our VP.
Pauline. Yes.
Yes,
Another
the black.
episode, another positive energy and vibe that share from a two black leader and pink leader.
Because today why do we want to talk about specifically the BlackPink is because of our topic today.
Yes.
It's called personal branding. Yeah, I
Mm,
love this topic.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because branding is something that everybody says but do not know how to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
how do we position ourselves? And I believe,
Pauline, so let's
yeah.
let's first share because we've been doing together for the last 14 episode, right? And I
Oh, so
think
many
people
episodes
not
already.
really understand. Yes, 14 episode. Can you imagine that? And people
Yeah.
not really know detail about your personal branding and my personal branding. And today we will give all the secret of that so you guys will understand more about us and why we choose the channel of collaboration between us called BlackPink Leader. So first,
Yeah.
let's go with Pauline first, right? Like, why do you choose pink and why?
Mm,
What is personal branding mean to you,
yes,
and
yes.
why leader need to have their
Mm,
own
yeah,
style of personal branding?
yeah. Well, know very little about branding when, of course, I don't come from the marketing or branding field, but I know one thing. I love to watch TV shows, entertainment, right?
Mm,
And I realized there are certain persona that we can relate to, and I can
yeah,
remember. So the key thing is this: when we talk about branding, we want to talk about branding is because we want people to remember us. Now, why do we want people to remember us? Is this: we talk about our network is our net worth, correct or not? Now, I always tell people network, when you want to translate it to a net worth, it's not about who I know. I mean, I know a lot of people. I know the richest guy on earth, but he doesn't know me. You know,
yeah,
I know who's Warren Buffett. I know who's Bill Gates. I know who's Tim Cooks, but they do not know me, It's pointless. So what we want to have is we want people to know us, right? And that's what personal branding is about, to have that association for people to remember us easily. Because right now, with info overflowing, with so many people whom we are meeting, how do we get people to know us, especially when we are leaders ourselves? First, we would like to know to make sure that people know us. So when it comes to businesses, networking is much easier. Second is the positioning. We need to be able to position in such a way that people associate certain things with us. For example, what do we stand for? Like,
yeah,
do I stand for trust? Do I stand for integrity? Do I stand for like wealth? Do I stand for health? You know, we must make sure that branding is something that we stand for, so that if, for example, people think about in the past, when people think about making money, I want to do investing, who do they think of? Oh, they think of me, the millionaire mom, because I position myself as the millionaire mom. And why is it that I wear pink? Even my book, I authored this book called Value Investing for Women, and it's
yeah,
purposely in pink. There is a reason, because I realize there is a need in the society now. I always believe as leaders, we are here to solve problems, right? We are problem solver. As long as we can solve problem, that's where the money is, you
yeah,
know. So I'm here to solve what problem at that point of time, many years ago, which is in 2010. That was just after the subprime credit crisis. And all the while, I want to be a trainer. I love education. I love adult education. And I realized that adults need to continue to learn, not just in school. Because I realized many of my friends stopped learning after they graduated from universities. That's the
oh
reason why
yeah,
I do adult education. And I want to help them with that. So I realized in 2010 there is a gap, because I personally was a very hardworking student. I work hard, I save hard. I realized my money wasn't growing, my wealth wasn't growing. I lost about 40% in like this thing called unit trust, which I didn't even know why I lose it. So I went to learn how to invest. And that's where I want to solve this issue of, I realized a lot of people didn't know about money management. I want
Yeah.
to teach people about money management because there are a lot of people like me. And there's a specific group that I realized I can help, which is women. Because I realized at the point of time when I was learning in the class, only 20-30% are women and the rest are men and the trainers are all men. Then I'm like, what happened to all the women? Does it mean that women don't need money? I do. In fact, women needs more money. From top to bottom, I need to use money, from my hair to my eyebrow to my eyelash to my fingernails. I need money, right? Yes, I'm
Expensive though to maintain a lady.
especially if I want to maintain as I grow older. All
Yeah.
right. So there's a reason why now my position is called the Lao Chio. Lao means old, Chio means beautiful in my language. And this is the next part that I focus on in my next 10 years of my life. But let's
Yeah.
talk about the first positioning where I wear pink. And why is it that I'm using pink? Is because in the financial field, I realized they are all black and brown and blue and gray. So boring, such an earthy colors, and so it is so somber. Like yeah, people go to funeral, they will wear all these colors, right? So this is where I realized money is something that makes us happy. Right. When we have wealth, why do we want to have wealth? Because we want to have time freedom, we want to have financial freedom so that in the end we can be happy people. We don't want to be worried about money. So that's why I come up with the bright colors. And me being a woman, I can use this color called pink. Which the guys, I don't think a guy will want to wear pink to come out and say, I'm gonna teach financial and I'm wearing pink.
Yeah.
Doesn't look really right. But for me, being a lady, being a woman, all right, to talk about financial and I wear pink is okay. So I take the color pink that no one can take. So this is the first one. And so everybody knows it when I come out in my pink jackets. So that's the first thing, that I dress for success. And dressing physical does help. People can remember me, right? And the next thing, I have the book that's in pink that people will know I especially do investing, and it's for women crowd. So the women love me because when they look at this book in the library, first they say, wow, I picked this book. A lot of ladies come to me and say, you know what, Pauline, I saw this in the library, I saw this in the bookshop, I picked this book because it's in pink, and out of all the books this stands out. So I
Yeah.
take it. Even the guys also take it because this stands out of all the somber books. And after they read it, they realize, wow, it's such a simple book to read. So this is where the next positioning that I put in branding. I put a topic that is sounds very difficult to learn, all
Yeah.
right, which everybody needs it, into something that is simple for everyone to understand. And I don't come in the profession. Not that I'm not professional. I don't scare people off to say that money, finances means that I have to know a lot of very difficult theory. Okay, I make it in such a way and let people know that this is in our everyday life. It's very lifestyle. You will be able to do it. That's the reason why I call myself, after I hit my millions, the millionaire mom. Is because I'm also a mother of two. I want to share with people, being a woman, all right, regardless whether we are men and women, we can invest, all right, and it is a lifestyle thing. So this
Yeah.
is my positioning that is very, very clear for people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how you can get something out of it, all the thinking behind it. Yeah. Because I want to attract people on the streets to be able to invest. So this is my position. Yeah. A lot of thoughts going to it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
learned about that from Pauline when I think she don't even remember because she teach so many class. But that's also the same thing I learned from Pauline about how to make it simple and make it like memorable for people to remember about you. So I love black color and red color. That's the two
Mm,
color that I like. And I also realize that in all the clothes I wear, it's not stand out for me compared with black and red. I
mm,
try and I learn makeup artist, right? So I know some
mm.
basic about color, like what
Yes.
color will look pale on you and what color is look stand out on you. And I've been have red hair since I'm 18 years old to now. That's my favorite. So my hair either bright red or dark red, whatever red, but it's always red. Yes, people can come and say you're so boring. Can you change your hair color? But this is something I love about myself. I don't want to change just because you think I should try something else. It may work for you. I tried rainbow color hair. I have photo of that either, right? But the
Oh.
end I still see red color. I tried brown color and it looks so sweet, but I'm not that sweet girl. I try, like brown, golden, look blonde, but it's
Yeah.
not me either. And this is the only color that I find myself the most confident, powerful, and
Mm.
at the same time, I can see myself, I can wake up with it.
Yeah.
And in my Vietnamese YouTube channel, the name of the channel is Be Yourself in
Yes.
Vietnamese. It means be yourself. And if I'm going to give a message to people, be yourself, then why am I need to be someone else to just
Yes.
make people happy to see me, the look that they would love to see me, right? And then the other reason why I always choose black clothes is I find it's easy to dress up every morning to walk out on the street for me because I don't like to think what to wear today. So
Ah.
when I was young, in my 15, I couldn't understand why all my girlfriend take so long to dress up. It's something that I'm frustrated with. Like, they take so long to choose the skirt, the top. I don't say something anything wrong with that. I just something wrong with me because I'm
Mm.
not enjoying it, right? I
Mm.
just realized that, oh my god, I hate to go shopping and then choose a skirt and choose a top, and then the top need to match with the skirt, and then the dress need to be matched with my height, and then the makeup need to match with my face, and the hair need to match with the clothes. It's drive me nuts. It
Mm.
drive me nuts. It shut my brain down, and it make me feel so upset with myself because I go out and I don't feel confident enough. And it take me many, many years. I think only when I start learn about makeup to be a makeup artist, work with a lot of photographer and work with a lot of stylists. And then I realized that the best way to be a beauty is how can you make everything so simple, and that's
Yeah.
the key. So I work for Chanel. So in Chanel, I used to work for Chanel. Yes, I used to work for Chanel Singapore. And this is what the slogan of Chanel: less is more. It's so
Mm.
powerful. And in the whole training, from they teach us about how the ladies should wear the handbag, the fashion, the makeup. They always book that slogan in every training room for us. Less
Mm.
is more, less is more, less is more. They never ask us to book more makeup. They never allow us to book more makeup, by the way. They don't even
Mm.
allow us to do more hairstylists. And if you really go to their channel right now to watch their fashion show,
Mm.
everything is about less is more. That's why
Mm.
it's timeless. That's why it's powerful,
Yeah.
the message. And I think because of that environment, it groomed me to be a lady who am I today, that I realize that less is more doesn't mean you wear less clothes, okay? Less is mean how can you have the same style in your wardrobe and you can go many locations?
Mm.
How
Mm.
can
Mm.
you wear the same classy thing and you can
Mm.
go for a team meeting? You can meet a guy friend, you can meet a girlfriend, you can go to the new environment. How can the less thing you have in your wardrobe, but in luxury, is
Mm.
classy, but people cannot tell how much it worth, but it
Yes.
worth priceless when you go to different event and
Yes.
location and whatsoever. So I think that's the experience when I work for Chanel for quite a time, to work with all this professional level of groom all the celebrity and groom the style that they've been carried for over the years, give me the sense of personal branding for who am I today. And yes, you can see that I look very simple in all my channel, but I would say that is the most comfortable thing that I have,
Mm.
that it make me feel so me, like even when I go public, I wear the same thing. So I don't have a fear of, oh, people are going to take photo of me today, I better dress something to be nice. So this is me at home, this is me go out, this is me work, and this is me comfortably in the clothes I wear, that I feel the most about who am I. So if
Yeah.
you're going to find your personal branding, that's what
Yeah.
Pauline shared, and this is what how I will share that.
Mm.
Find what you find like less headache for you per day to think, because you need to know that you will walk on the road and some random people recognize you
Yeah.
and they're going to take photo with you in that look. So I have that often in Vietnam. At the moment I landing, even the stewardess in the airplane, oh, I watched your video, can I take photo with you? She looks so gorgeous in her uniform. I look
Yeah.
like gym gear, the head to toe, but because I always wear black, so it's nothing make me feel like insecure about that. But I'm just sharing, if you are going to be a public person and your branding will be affect you, then make it memorable for people to easy to
Yes.
recognize you, at the
Yes.
same time easy for you to maintain. That's for me.
Yes. So of course, people will start to ask. I mean, they will say, "Oh, Pauline, Lee, I know you guys want to go to be YouTuber. That's why you have your personal branding." So for me,
Yeah,
I'm just a normal person on the streets, or I'm just a leader that is doing, like, let's say, in the manufacturing industry. I'm not a
yeah,
YouTuber, right? All right. So do I still need to have that personal branding? Frankly
yeah,
speaking, and my answer would definitely be yes. Yeah, because personal branding is not just about the dressing. Dressing is one part, but dressing is important. To me, regardless whether you are in the manufacturing field, you are in the entertainment field, you are in the insurance, property, real estate, or whichever field, I would say your dressing, your physical does give that personal branding. Okay,
yeah,
so this is the first thing. It's not because, oh, today nobody sees me, then I shouldn't do that personal branding. Now, even if you are behind the scene kind of leader, okay, especially when today we talk about leadership, it's very few or very difficult for leaders to be behind the scene. Yeah. So you can't be really a leader to be behind the scene and not leading people, right? So you definitely
yeah,
gotta be out of the scene. Okay. So very seldom leaders are really behind the scene. Yeah. So as that leader that we talked about, you need to have that personal branding so that people will know what you stand for. As I keep mentioning, what do you stand for?
yeah,
Okay. So we can see that, like Mark Zuckerberg, always in the gray t-shirt.
yeah,
That he says, oh, because why I like gray t-shirt is because he doesn't want to think what he wants to wear, so he take the gray t-shirt. It looks good on him, just wear the gray t-shirt.
yeah,
And Steve Jobs, he always liked his turtleneck, that black color long sleeve,
yeah,
right? Yeah, so that is him. Even for them in the tech field, they have something because they do come out to speak to people. So that
yeah,
is where their personal branding is. And we can relate to it. So this is the first one. People are visual animals. So do not say that you do not focus on your physical. Okay. So second, that would then in the physical, people would know what you stand for. For example, when Mark put in the gray color t-shirt, is we know because he wants to focus on other things other than dressing. So he wears the gray. Me also wants to focus on other things rather than her
yes,
dressing. So she
yeah,
always put in the black, right?
yeah,
That's right.
really, yeah.
It doesn't mean that you have to follow one color, okay?
No, you don't. Yeah,
Yes,
just
no.
I really like you. I say right, like Pauline really take care of her
Mm.
well, and she love it. You have to love it. By the way,
Yes, you
I
have to love
realize
it.
that my girlfriend love how to take care of their nail. I have girlfriend that take an hour for them to just book a skincare, and I can
Yes.
stand there and talk to them, and they still book their skincare, and they don't care. Like, you can wait for me, you can come over here and spend time with
Yes.
me. I book skincare and then I go out and talk to you. And they really spend 1 hour in the morning for skincare.
Mm.
And they really do every step from pull the skin, do the stroke, everything.
Yes.
Right. And they love it. You have to love it. I don't,
Yes.
right? I just 1, 2, 3 go out. And then
Yes.
I have my readiness of get out from the house is less than 10 minutes. I never give myself more than that. And I don't judge other people who do it because my
Correct.
girlfriend most is like that. I'm just saying what it work for you. You have to love it. And
Yes.
if you don't love it, you don't force yourself to do it just because
Mm.
other people do it. You just have
Yeah.
to find the system that work for you.
Yes.
Right now, this work for me.
Correct. We
And I'm
come to talk,
happy.
talk about leadership because we are very focused when it comes to leadership. Yeah, being a leader, if you
Yes.
want to really be a leader, yes, personal branding is really important because people
Yes.
need to follow you. All right. Audience need to follow you. Your customers need to follow you. Your suppliers need to follow you. So you
Yeah.
need to have that positioning in the branding so that they can follow you. Right. So that's why I say it is really very important to build that personal brand, be it physical as well as the emotion, the spiritual part of it. So ultimately, that branding, it means spiritually because they can sense you, right? Because this is what you stand for. And this
Yeah.
brings us to the second question of why do we need it and what benefits does it bring in our life and work? Yeah,
Yes.
because that's the benefit. Naturally, you will attract, right? I have that positioning, I always know because I say, okay, now my position at that point of time being in the wealth sector is called the millionaire mom. I
Yeah.
attract people, all right, specifically parents, women, okay, people who are, let's say, 35 years old and above want to follow me because they know. I've got another book, okay, yeah, I can show as well. I wrote another book called Value Investing for Parents. Okay, so I stand for parents and women. That's why the millionaire mom. Okay, mom
Yeah.
because parents. So I can attract both while parents and women to come to me and they want to learn from me. And this is my target audience. So this is the benefit that it brings into my life, my work. So now, after 12 years, I left the financial industry. Now I want to talk more about total healthcare that not only talks about wealth, but also about health and wellness, including beauty as well, right? So I want to stand for that total healthcare. So that's the reason why now it becomes TLC, Tender Loving Care, and the Lao Chio, right? So that is the part which I put in that personal branding. So you have to really know that what you stand for, and that will bring you. And now I attract people who wants to be in the wellness, wealth, because I help them in coaching in their businesses, in their health as well. So
Yeah.
that becomes really clear for people who wants to follow you. Yes. How about you, Nee? You wanna?
I think another side of why you leader, you need to have a personal branding is like, uh, look at the big brand who already success in the world, because I still believe in whatever it worked for over the years is mean certain fundamental thing it cannot be denied. And when I learned about psychology more, I realized that it's true. For human brain, we actually cannot remember too much thing. That's why everything have to be 3 step or like less information or short and simple, right? Like let's talk about Nike. They say what? Just do it.
Just do
So
it. Yeah.
simple, right? And
Yes.
then how do you remember the brand? Just do it. They use all the famous athlete in the world because they want to show that they're selling sport item.
Yes.
Let's talk
Yes.
about Coca-Cola. So simple. It's red
Yes.
color and you sell soft drink. You see,
Yes.
like one or two line about who are they and what they be doing.
Yes.
And as a leader, it's the same thing. You want to promote yourself and you have to promote yourself. Even you say, but I'm not a leader. I don't want to promote myself. You are already promote yourself. Whatever you wear per day, what
Mm.
food you eat, how are your conversation with even your co-worker, that's
Yeah.
already your personal branding,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
It's something that you can't run away. We all have a certain image and the brand that we sell something to everybody around us. Even you sell to your kid why they need to study. You sell to your parent why you are the good children. Everything is selling.
Yes.
And as a leader, I would say you have to realize that this few less thing for people remember about you will help you go very far. You don't want
Yes.
to meet somebody and like, hi, nice to meet you, my name is this is what I'm doing, and this is my daily, too long. You should
Mm.
give an image of people to meet you straight away and they know exactly what you're doing. For
Mm.
example, like another influencer like Nas Daily.
Nice.
Everybody in the whole world know that he do 1 minute video. That's it, right? How simple were it for people remember you? Very
Mm.
easy. So keep it simple and less complicated and
Mm.
help people to remember you, even in the style of leadership. So
Yes.
I like to do this when my team, especially I train my team to be a next leader. They always ask me, how can I make myself stand out, and how do I make myself become a leader of who am I? Like how do I promote that? So I always give them very real experience. I say the whole room, for example, 200 people in the room. I say type a comment, pick 3 words about what do you think about me, and then everybody start typing. And I say, okay, now all of you guys read. Is that similar? They say I'm very strict and I'm very like daring, like bold. And then the
Mm,
third thing they say that warm and kind and lovely, like kind of
mm,
care about people's heart. So I say, see, if you really deliver just few um personal branding about your character, everybody will see similar. And they read everything and they're, oh, now I get it. I say, you can't run away if that's you and everybody remember only few about you. Everybody will type the same thing about you, or people will talk the same thing, which is like just now Pauline share, right? People talk about her is what million,
yeah,
and then she care about investing and she care about health. How simple was it? Three things. So make it simple and easy, and even your team, that's how you guide them. Bring the best in you and promote only that few.
yeah. Sorry, Tina. Need hold on for a while. I open the door for the door for my dog first. If not, she keep
Okay.
barking. Okay, wait. Ah.
She coming. While we're waiting for Pauline, let's find the next question that we can answer. Okay, what are some common pillar leader face when develop their personal brand and how they can avoid them? Okay, let me answer first before Pauline come. So the common pillar when leader face when they develop their personal branding and how they avoid them, I would say that the comparison the public will give you. Okay, the public will always tell you like, oh, you look so similar with this person. Did you try
Mm,
to be this person? Are you copy this person? You will have this doubt about who are you as a person on the long run as a leader, right? Especially just do it this way. Like I watching Uncle Lee in Singapore, right? The son of Lee Kuan Yew, he always get compared with his dad, but he totally different with his dad about the style of how he run the politician way of he run. So he had to be very patient to show people he are different with another leader, for example. So at the same time, that's a common thing you have to deal with. People will always compare you with the previous leader or other people's style of leading, and even how you look, even how your style of talking, even your character. So you have to be patient enough. You can't avoid them. So the question is, how can you avoid? You can't. You only can proven through your action, through your
mm,
consistent, your integrity, and the value of you keep repeat and deliver.
yes.
That's how I deal with it.
Yeah.
How about you,
So,
Pauline? We in
sorry.
question number 4.
Question number 4. Okay. So this is where I mean I agree with a need in that you can't really like avoid lah. All right. So when we are doing this thing about branding, have to be very clear. I think clarity is the key. As I always say, what do we stand for as leader? I have to identify myself, and it comes with a heart. So it is also for you as a leader. You cannot say, oh, I love Steve Jobs being like that. So I want to be like him. But is this what you want? Is this who you are? Right? If you really love him so much that you want to be like him, can. Right? But you don't do it such that, oh, just because he is like this, I want to be like this. But that's not you. Okay, so identify that mission is really important. I keep emphasizing on that. Why actually, that time I chose about women and things because I have that thing for parents, for women, because me myself, there's a need. So I want
Yeah.
to address certain things. Yeah. So from there, you can actually prevent certain pitfalls. Okay. So I would see that the common pitfalls for a lot of people is they like certain idols and they want to be the idol, yet they find it a struggle to be that idol because the idol is not himself or herself, right? Unless you yourself find that you like that idol so much that you live like the person. Yes, perfect. All right. And you believe in the mission of that person so much that you want that continuity as well. So just now, I love Nee talking about Chanel, this brand. Oh, I love Coco Chanel. I read her story.
Yeah.
Okay, I love to read the stories of all these entrepreneurs who started out,
Yeah.
and you can see that even until today, Coco de Chanel is no longer around, but
Yeah.
the spirit is still there.
It
The
is.
the 2.55, everybody knows that the classical handbag that all
Yes.
ladies want to have one. I have one, and I'll
Yeah.
keep it. I buy
Yeah.
to keep it, not really just to have one, but also to keep, because it's so classic. It's classic. She
Yeah.
made it a classic in a for like in this lifetime, the next lifetime can be used in
Yes.
all situations. You can even have a way to continue to maintain it. Yeah, it's such good quality, those bags that were done in the past. I'm a bag lover. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's why when Neil was talking about all this, it really resonates with me. Yeah, so
Yeah.
do something that resonates with you. This is okay. Just now I was mentioning, right? One common pitfall is you find a leader, and then you want to be like the person, and you just be him when it's not you. Not no authenticity. The next thing of the pitfall that the leaders face is you force people to be like you as well. Yeah. Okay. Just because I am this persona, all right, I also want my team to be this persona. Now,
No.
you have to understand branding is, we're talking about now personal. Okay. So each and every individual may have their own personal branding as well. The values are aligned, the mission is aligned to achieve a common goal. However, when we talk about the personal branding can be different. For example, let's say I have my organization that does in the past doing value investing. Our mission is very clear that we want to teach the people on the streets to make sure that each and every one of them know about financial management. That's our goal, that's our mission, right? But it doesn't mean each and everyone in my organization must be an inspiration for women.
Yeah.
Right? They don't need to be the millionaire mom. Okay, they can be themselves. Some of them they stand for youth. Some of them they stand for maybe the more elderly ones. Some of
Mm.
them they stand for the more professional, the high intellectual ones. The high intellectual people who are maybe the CFA, CPA, whatever is, they may not want to come to me. They might want to come to my other analysts who can be
Yeah.
more sophisticated speakers, who can share with them more depth, more technical stuff. So create that own branding, all right, in the bigger branding of the organization. So do not have that common pitfall of because I am this, my whole team must follow my personal branding. It's not that. Yeah. So that's
All
what.
right. Let's go with the next question.
Yeah.
So, what's the strategy can
Mm.
leader employ to ensure that personal branding involve and remain relevant over time?
Wow. Just now the Coco de Chanel example is the classic,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Less is more. Yes.
I
So.
think the harder part is help young people to
Mm,
define the personal branding, because when we grow up we have a state of life that our identity is only a child of our parent, and then we grow a little bit, we are at one more that we are student of our teacher, and then we are friend of our same age friend.
mm,
And when you're 20 you walk out to life, and then you learn the next thing that, oh, you are citizen of the country and now you have to be a good citizen. So I think the cap of who are you as a person keep increase until you forgot to find the identity of who you really are, to groom your personal branding. So I would say you just have to let this, no strategy, you just have to allow people to explore everything and find the most of comfortable for
mm.
work for them, right? And I like the statement of people say like, can you teach me what I should do for my life? And the teacher always will tell you only you will know it. And I like that sentence so much because you can tell with everybody, only you will know it. Only you will know it, who you are. Only you will figure out what is the best for you. But I'm sorry, the job that you have to do is only you. And no one else can do for you. I'm sure
Yeah.
Pauline also struggling to be find her own personal branding. Like I share my story just now. I'm struggling too when I'm in the middle of
Mm,
all my girlfriend who I like, even like when I used to work in Chanel,
mm,
I would doubt about who am I a lot, because around me, all my girlfriend, because we work in the beauty industry, right?
Yeah.
So you can imagine what they're doing every day. Skincare, eyebrow, even the eyebrow have to be perfect, the eyelash, eyeliner, what product they use for their skin, what handbag they use, what dress, and the only thing I care back then is I want to learn education of more advanced business so I can no longer work in Chanel. I love the brand, but I don't want to be worker for the rest of my life. Does that make
Yes.
sense for you? So,
Yes.
but how do you get out of it when you around you everybody in their salary day, the thing they care is buy the next product, for example,
Yes.
or like buy the new thing. So I would lost my identity when I worked there too. I couldn't figure out. So this is what women should be. Okay, so why I'm so interested in business and investing, it's
Mm.
so conflicting you. So I have that moment in my life that I don't have strategy back then to figure out what is my style is as a leader, because I deal with the same struggling of everybody. So I say only you taste it, you explore it, and then you figure it out for yourself, and then you start love and owning yourself before you promote whatever you're going to promote for the world.
Yeah. I would, there are actually two parts to this question: the strategies that leaders employ,
Yeah,
and the other one is evolves and remain relevant.
yeah.
Okay, the thing that doesn't change, let's say in me, is this word called learning,
Mm.
right? I stand for education, I stand for learning. So that's my base. Okay, because whatever that I do, I love it. Even in today, it seems like I changed the industry from creating wealth to managing health. All right. It is still a case where education is the key. I want to educate people on that. Now, so the next part then would be when you talk about evolves over time, you can have different types because we age, right? Like I like to call myself with a certain name. You may use that, you may not use that because, like they said, like say the millionaire mom, it probably works during that period of time, but now it doesn't
Yeah,
work. I use the other name and things like that,
yeah,
right? So that is where, in terms of the strategies, you have to know what is the underlying that doesn't change. Then after that, you can evolve your strategies over time as time moves on. Because, I mean, with technology, with the different, as we advance in the society, you might have a different kind of a persona, right? So, and we can also stand for different things. Yeah, so to me it does. All right, it evolves, and you take a look whether you still have the underlying that stays the same. I don't think that would change in terms of your value system, in terms of the mission. It's just that that kind of branding, how you actually do it, okay, can evolve over time. Like in the past, I don't think we will stand by, let's say, the use of online media. Has never been this. I write books, right? Yeah,
yeah,
it was that time that people hold on to a book. Now, probably people don't really write books, but they do their persona in terms of how they reach out to people in TikTok, in Insta, all right, in threads. And that's how they build their persona. You can also build your persona. I think a lot of the influencer build the personal brand, all right, over time in as an influencers. And there are different types of influencers. Like for
yeah,
example, when I'm doing right now, I'm doing the wellness industry, the health and wellness industry. And there are some people who gave me the feedback to say, oh, Pauline, you should now post more of your lifestyle posting in Insta as well and in Facebook. Then I told her, well, to a lot of people, in terms of the wellness, I can showcase in terms of lifestyle. Like for
yeah,
example, food I eat, how I dress, from fat to thin, and things like that. But for me, I think all the while, I have a different persona. My persona is more intellectual. My persona is more in terms of getting people to understand certain philosophy. So that will still stay because this is me. I am not the type to always post, my today, what I wear, OOTD of the day. I don't. So if I
yeah.
want to change the whole of the branding to this, it's just not Pauline Teo, just like me. It's just not me. Okay, so we don't do that. We do something
Yeah.
that it stands for us. Yeah. So you can evolve. And stay relevant. Yeah. Okay, next one. Wow, another one about pitfalls again. What are some common pitfalls leaders face when this one, how come it seems like just now I've seen it? Okay, so this is the next one. How can leaders recover and rebuild their personal brand after a public setback and controversy? Wow.
Mm.
Oh, so this is something like, the celebrity screwing up. Lately, there are times where you see those like Korea stars, the
Yeah.
Chinese stars, where they like, of course, they did something that's not really good. For example, taking drugs, being caught in probably some vices, prostitution. Okay, so please don't go into that. That's the first thing that me, I don't think we would actually go into that.
Yeah, we're not interested in that either. So,
All right, so this
but
is where
you know, like as a leader, we will have people go after us and try to make a fake reputation about us all the time.
yes,
I
yes,
deal with that for the last 6 years quite a number of times. So I
yeah,
will
yeah.
share about my personal experience first.
Sure, sure.
First, you need to have a professional team who they call handle scandal for you, right?
Wow.
So they will have to handle for you, first of all the false statement online. You need to have an IT team. You need to have a investigator team who
Mm,
work closely with police and work closely with lawyer to make sure that all these hacker or behind the scene computer do fake thing about you can be bring out to the light. So I have that team, and after a number of time have to deal with scandal
yeah.
of drama that people create for me, I have to have that. If not, people can just use your picture and your video and add their product and
Mm,
sell fake thing to talk about not the thing that you are doing, right? So yes, and then you need to buy licensing for whatever you're doing, even the register on the logo or whatsoever, because yes, people can use that and buy it and take the whole channel you have or take the whole company you have.
wow.
Then you have to deal with situation like how do you going to post in public the
Mm,
announcement that you don't even use newspaper or other channel. Why I'm saying that, because even other channel can get money from the people who try to trap you and write the untrue about you. So that's
mm,
why I very purely want to advise people when you build your personal branding, and especially you leader or whatever business you've been build, that channel should be owned by you and your
mm,
team,
yeah.
because that's the platform where you can speak up for yourself, that no people can filter or cut or fix whatever they want to fix for their own benefit.
Mm,
And when I starting, I was naive, I didn't think in the world people would do that to you, but yes, they are, right? They are use, like if you have one viral video, they will use that video for their channel, they will cut it, they will make it become their own, they will cut it, paste it, how to benefit for themselves. So cautious with all this, and you really need to work with like professional team who been handled for other people in the
yeah.
past, and they can give you very good advice and good information how to deal with it. So that's my experience.
Yeah, I think it all depends on which stage of leader you are at right now. Yes,
Mm,
of course, some of us started off with when we are a leader, two, three team members, and we are a small company. You may not have that luxury of having a team to support you, right?
yeah.
Now, for me, it's because I was a listed company executive director. So I do even have a channel there at that is actually channel, that actually talks about me.
Yeah,
you know,
wow.
yeah, people still bother, to really put that. But that's because that means we are successful in our branding. Okay.
Yes.
The good thing about when you have that public setback or controversy is that means you are successful
I
in
mean, you
your,
make it.
yeah, you make it. It's that's the indicator when Facebook you have a fake Facebook page. What does it mean? It means you have made
Yeah.
it loud in the social media.
People
Yes.
care about you.
Yeah. So in fact, that time when there was this video, I have to do another video, because my team, because you see, I'm a listed company executive director. So I told my team, it's okay, we don't need that. But my PR, okay, my corp comms director says, no, sorry, you have to do it. We'll do an episode to address this. I'm like, okay. See, this is where it didn't have a really bad impact, but because we do have that public responsibility. So I do another video, and someone at my PR has to watch that video, and certain things that they mention, they highlight. I have to address it. I have to address it to give the true perspective, because these people may not know the truth,
Yeah.
right? So we have to really explain it. Well, whether the public takes it or not, that's a separate issue. But
Yeah.
as a responsible public figure, when we want to be on YouTube, on the social media, and we have reached a certain audience, okay, that people know about us, right? Like what NhiLe is saying, even on the streets, that people would know us. Even when I went to, the most funny thing is I was in Disneyland in Shanghai, and somebody called me. So my family was like, why? And then, oh, Pauline, I know you. I attended your class. So happy to see you here. Can I take a picture with you? I was like,
Wow,
they were like,
you in Disneyland and people see you. I'm in
yeah,
Australia and people see me. I don't
yeah,
even imagine in Australia people stop you and take photo with you. I'm like, what the hell?
exactly. Not only that,
Really?
in custom, in custom, I was there, the custom officer. Hi, yeah, I know you. I attended your class. Then I was like, okay.
Okay.
Can you imagine he's the custom officer when I'm clearing the customs?
Yeah.
So
Oh my
we
god.
never know who knows us when we become like the public figure, when you
Yes.
get a certain stage in your organization, which of
Yeah.
course that means we are successful in our personal branding, right? So
Yeah.
that is more, all the more we have to protect it. But of course, as I mentioned, that actually got to do with our values. Our underlying values has to be very clear, and if we stand by it, no one can really beat us up.
Yeah.
Whatever controversy, let's embrace it.
Yeah.
Okay, because not everyone agrees with me. It's okay. We
Yeah.
can have that diversity, and that's what the beautiful. This world is so beautiful because we do have diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there is a place for, also you may have to stand by this thing on legal. Okay, yes, on your social media team, if you are really up to a certain point, you need that. Like just now, NhiLe mentioned your IT team, and someone to manage even a PR agency. I
Yeah.
have a PR agency to work with me. Yes, when I'm on certain media, my PR agency have to be there with me. But
Yeah.
as I mentioned, it's up to a certain point when you reach your organization to a certain stage that it will affect, because like for NhiLe, she has an audience of hundreds of thousands. Me
Yeah.
too, in Singapore, Malaysia, in Taiwan, and in different parts of the countries, in different parts of the world. So that's why that is our responsibility. That's why we need a PR agency sometimes also to make sure that it's well managed. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, on your own, what you can do is, in terms of personal, when there's a setback, I think first of all, if you're at that level of only, I don't have such a big team like me, Pauline, what listed company, what 800 man strength, I'm only like myself with 2-man team. Then first of all, you have to have your very strong psychology. Okay, in terms of you must be very strong, you must have a really good foundation, and make sure that whichever public setback or controversy that you read online, you are not affected by it emotionally, to continue with the journey that, or
Yeah.
with the mission that you want to achieve. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, do not really, I say some people, what happened is, the moment they see all these people online, they just back out. Do not back out. Okay, if you think that you stay strongly, if this is the mission that you want, all right, to achieve, go for it. Okay, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will wrap up with one last sentence. I would say, with everybody who watching this and want to be public figure and they fear of build personal branding, I would say, if you do everything in the first time right, no matter how much people try to dig and tear you down, you will rise up. So think carefully every sentence you're going to speak, everything you're going to do, everything you're going to show the public, because trust me, they can be very free time to dig back like your 10 years in the past, what you've been doing in the past. And the only person will forgive and move on is you or yourself, your team, your loved one. But the public is not. They don't care 20 times that you do it right, and they only care one time you make mistake. I'm not saying you don't make mistake, but it's very painful if you decide to be a public person. But I would say at the same time, this is a sacrifice you have to make. So please do it right. Don't trust that fake it until you make it, because certain thing you fake it, you cannot redone.
Mm.
So very carefully of how the branding you show to the world, truthful to yourself, and you're going to deal the consequence at the end, because it's your personal branding, your company, everything is yours. So you have to deal with it yourself.
Yeah.
So carefully with the s- every move you're going to take. That
Yeah.
will be my closing up sentence. Anything else you want to share, Pauline?
No, as I said, personal branding. Just be yourself.
Yes. That's it for
Yeah.
today, guys. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe both our channel.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
See you.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe both Pauline channel and my channel, and also this channel. If you love
All
what you're
right.
watching, please share it, and we will see you in the next episode.
Yes.